Good evening, my name is Jean-Michel. So he said properly, I come from France, and I studied at the Art School of Strasbourg in France. I am a multimedia artist, so it means I use a lot of techniques and mediums like photography and video and installation. And I just would like to talk about a little bit about my background and what are at this time my research. I exhibit my work internationally since a few years now. I'm really involved with projects with galleries and museums and art center everywhere internationally. My current research at this time is the topic augmented reality, which is mean I'm really interested by the simulation of the future. What can we expect from the future? So I conceive a lot of installation where I invite people to imagine what can happen in terms of philosophically, economically, and psychologically. I'm really interested by this phenomenon of transformation of identity. So that's why I did a lot of series of photos and videos and 3D animation. We'll have a 3D animation who doesn't work today. I just don't know what's happened, but you will see. I will explain to you what was the problem. But okay, anyway, my first research started 5 years ago with a series of exhibition called Invisible Empire. Invisible Empire mean all the things who are behind things, what we can perceive from the reality and what's behind reality. I was interested by the construction of identity and how propaganda, politics, and the cultural background can have a determinant role on the construction of our way of thinking. So I did a few exhibitions to talk about that. So the work you see behind me, I was astonished by a report on TV who talk about communism around 1917. And the official leaders asked to photographers to erase manually on all photographic support the entire body of the opponent of the regime. So it means it talked about the manipulation of information through propaganda. It was about distortion of reality. It was about negation of memory and identity. So I was 5 years ago. This was the beginning of my research. I conceive a lot of interactive installation. I really like when people are involved in my work. I really like, for example, I did 2 years ago an exhibition in the Senior Art Center in Heerlen, and I asked to the people of the neighborhood to write stories about their own life. And it was in comparison with the official history we can all read on the internet or on a book about the Dutch history. And I did a sort of, how can I say that, a comparison about two state of mind. So I really like to invite the people to use my work as a revelation of their own psychology, when I can say it like that. So this was in Signe. It was a wall painting with this was a Invisible Empire Ghost Remembrance. It was a sort of memory box where people can insert their text inside it. And I did that with in combination with drawings and videos and something like that. So it was really interactive, and that's what I would like to do more and more in the future. It means ask the people how they can imagine future, what can we do together, and how can we share, and what can be the transformation of the body, of mentality in terms of in economy, politics, the way to live together. What can we expect from the future? I'm currently working for the Biennale of Photography in Liège, in Luik. And I did a lot of interviews of people who, and I tried to make a form from these interviews, and we had a lot of great conversation about how people expect what's going to happen in Liège after 1,000 years. What can we expect? What can we expect from the body and our way of thinking? I think it's really, really interesting for me to share these experiences. So that's why I also need the people to collect, to investigate actually the society. And people are a part, of course, of society. So I don't make, so this is the 3D animation. It doesn't work today, so I just don't know what's happened. But anyway, this is a design sculpture about a pocket park. Pocket park is a small park in the city. And unfortunately, we cannot see the 3D animation, but tomorrow at Cine Art Center, it will be possible to see it. So it talks about, actually, it's a mobile sculpture where people can make gardening together, and they can sit there and they can be responsible for the choosing the plants and the seed, and they can really create together with this mobile sculpture a new environment. So this is shortly the idea. This is a picture about, because I'm also curator and I did a lot of curating activities. So it was in Eindhoven, so it's really short to talk about it, but it's also a part of my work, which is really, really important for me to share the information with other artists, with people, with everybody actually from society. I'm really interested in that. Thank you very much.